Hello and happy Saturday. Thanks for dropping by. This is Bronze Dragon. Just testing out some new software and making sure that everything is going right. Please let me know if you can hear me okay. Trying to spruce up the live stream a little bit. So let me know what you think. First of all, a big shout out to the members of the channel helping me support a little bit better of a streaming program. So let me know how you feel about this. But otherwise, another fine week in Splinterlands. Let me know in the chat how you've been doing and what you've been up to, especially like in Frontier mode. I've got a little bit of an information drop that I'm going to reveal a little bit later in the show. And of course, we may have some Arena Fanatics to give away. So please stand by for that. As always, this is Bronze Dragon hosting my weekly live stream. This is 126, so almost sneaking up on 3 years straight of streaming on Saturday morning, talking about Splinterlands. So let's go ahead and dive into chat. Once again, thanks for dropping by. Please leave a like on the stream if you like it. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'd appreciate it. So, and if you're on mobile, leave a hype on the stream, please. Let's see who's in chat. Crypto Beaver's here. Good morning. Gathering's here as well. Gathering the Magic. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon, depending upon where you are in this fine world. Thanks for dropping by. Gathering is still playing Frontier on his accounts, selling the packs on my $10 account, and buying rare Conclave Summoners. If you're relatively new to the game, Gathering the Magic is another creator who does Splinterlands content. And it's been quite a while. Maybe 2 years ago, you started a account with $10, and he's just been taking it along, seeing what he could get out of it by playing it he's funneled things from different other Hive games into it and everything. But the whole idea is taking an account that he didn't spend that much money on and seeing what he can do with it. So that's what he's referring to as his $10 account. You can check out his channel as well. Bananas is here. I was talking to Bananas a little bit earlier in Discord. Says, why do I always get Gathering the Magic and Bronze Dragon confused? I was looking at the other channel, wondering where the stream was. Yeah, I don't know why you're getting us confused. Maybe that we're frequently in the same conversations. We're much different people, so we do much different type of coverage. So even though it is a lot of it's based on Splinterlands. So Gathering says, I never stream, whether it's Tuesday, Sunday. I hadn't seen you do a stream. He does a lot of coverage as far as details and strategy. How the game is going, what card prices are doing, what land prices are doing, and strategies and things like that. So, I've never seen his face, but I don't think he has a gray beard like this. From his voice sounds younger than mine. Banana says, I should know that. Really, I should. I've got the land screen up here because I have to do this is kind of timed out well on a weekly basis. This will make 6 days, and then I can do my land claims. And I've got 2 cards that I need to see if I can switch in on a land that needs them. I have a white and a red card, a Pellicor Conjurer and an Antoid Platoon. I'm looking at a notepad I have here. I was looking through, I've talked about this where a lot of my land plots, I started out with gold foil max common Chaos Legion cards, and I've just been going through over time and upgrading them to either a max gold foil rare, or in some cases, some beta choices of beta cards if I can find a deal on it, just to try to gradually increase my production power. And I do have some lands that just aren't even staked out yet. So I have those 2. Most of my lands are grain producing, so they take they're earth or water, and so they take earth or water cards rather. So generally, most of my land plots are lakes or rivers, but I did pick up a bog the other day, and I have a few others. So the white and red. I do have a plains where I can see if I can shift that Pellicor Conjure, and I'm just thinking out loud. I don't have a whole lot that uses red. I do have a mountain down in 133, but I think that um, well, let's just go into production. So I do have one mountain, and it's actually a magic mountain. Actually, I have three mountains now, so I might be able to shift. Um, I can make some more iron. This one's actually rare. Sorry, I know I'm going off on a tangent. Yeah, I don't think this is going to help me out here, but okay, let's jump back into chat and then we can get back on this. The brawls have started, so I have to look at my brawls later on. Let's see here. Oh, Gathering the Magic says one day he may stream. Come on, do it, Gathering. We need more people over on Twitch. I've been kind of side discussion here. The Arena Fanatics. I know that they wanted to start off and be very conservative as far as the drops go, but I'm like 65% towards my first drop, and one BCX of that is going to do me nothing. I do have some Arena Fanatics to give out on this on our streams, right? But those go towards the viewers; they don't go to me. I'm only like 65% of the way to a one BCX of a card, which is, it's not going to do me any good. I'm not going to be able to play it really. I would have to have it would have to be leveled up before I could play it. So I can foresee them probably having to change the numbers and the drop rates. I don't know. Obviously, we don't want it to be abused, but at this point, the streamers who I've been trying to help out and watch on Twitch and get my drop rate percentage to go up, it's just random. Their streams are random. There's nothing planned. I can't plan it out. So I'll get like a message that'll say, "Hey, this streamer is live," and it's like midnight, something like that. So yeah, I can foresee them having to work on this system a little bit, but the team is working with us YouTube streamers as well. So like I said, Blaze has sent me over some cards to give out. So we'll see how that goes up. Hey, KGM Jams in the house. Welcome, KGM. Glad to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. I watch your videos on your channel from time to time, but thanks for dropping by. It's good to see you're still kicking around. Karen's here. Welcome, Karen. Hello. Happy Saturday to you as well. Hope everything's going right. Yeah, as you can see with the stream, I've upgraded. I was using OBS for years to do my stream. Like that's kind of like behind the scene things. I'm trying this it's not new program to me called EVMux, which is a streamer program. So let me know what you think, if you can hear me well enough and everything. But we'll be trying some different things. Let's try this out. So I'm trying to get used to the new okay, so now I can show comments on the chat. Sorry, I've been kind of lagging behind on that. Okay, Banana says everything looks and sounds good. That is what I wanted to hear. Let's see here. I was kind of little tense starting up the new program since I've been used to doing everything, using OBS over the years. So we can chat that now. I'm getting the comments up. So I just did that as an example from what Gathering had said. Gathering says, I'm trying to play Modern more on my accounts to level up my reward cards since these cards will be rotating out soon for the new set. Yeah, I need to buy some more. I'm trying to finish off my reward set. Yeah, they have been talking about putting a new reward set into action. What we're talking about is the Rebellion reward set. I'll just go into it. So I have the commons maxed out, and I believe I have the rares maxed up. What I really have to worry about is my epics. And I'm pretty well along with my epics. I have 1, 2 that aren't maxed out. And of course, I don't have my legendaries maxed out. So, well, I have a couple, but I have to basically buy legendaries and epics to max that out. But I'm pretty close. I need to go ahead and spend some glint. I have this habit of like going weeks without spending glint. So I have some merits I can use. Let's buy 3 of these Gladius cases. Okay, let's jump back into chat. VT Mac Guru says, well, been trying to get Frontier Archons to level 2. Still don't have one. I actually went in and I bought... I leveled my Archons to level 2 because I knew I was bashing my head against the wall, just trying to get out of Bronze 3. And I just was not making it. And it was just, this frankly is the point where it's not fun to me. Okay. Whenever I'm just sitting there and I'm playing and I'm playing, I'm losing. So I went in and let's clear these. And I went ahead and I leveled up my cards to level 2 for the most part. I think most everything is level 2 now. I think I spent $35. There's a few cards where they are level 3, but that's where I found a multi BCX deal going on the market. Excuse me, got a frog in my throat. But I am trying to level up too. In fact, I was hoping to play some matches today. Wibble's in the house. Welcome, Wibble. I need to figure out a better setup here because I'm looking here at the camera, but I have to look over to look at the comments. Lady Sharon is here. Welcome, Lady Sharon. Thanks for dropping by. Good morning. Streaming on Twitch last night, too late. Ended up going to bed near midnight. Yeah, Lady Sharon has started streaming on Twitch. So if you want to catch some Twitch action, tune in to her. She says doing the lower DEC tourneys. We'll try Bun's tourney later today. So I think Bun's Bags and Caps has been hosting a tourney on Saturdays. I don't know the details, but you can tune into him on Twitch and find out the details. Also, you can just look at the tournament schedule, I guess. We could look at, I don't do tournaments that much. That's one thing I don't do. So, okay. So we have, it starts at 3 p.m. So it is, this event has advanced level caps for Archons, all modern cards playable, and Rebellion may be used, Conclave and Foundations may be used. The entry fee is 10 DEC and the prize is $2. So if you want to check that out, I don't play tournaments that much though. It's been a while. Arben's here. Welcome. Says have a wonderful weekend to everyone. Thanks. You as well. Beaker's here. Says I'm just here for a short while until dinner arrives. Well, thanks for dropping by. The Gathering says, I think we are the same age, BD. Thank you for your compliment. I look younger than I am. Well, that's one thing. When you choose to put on a full-on gray beard, you're choosing to make yourself look older. But what can I say? Yeah, my facial hair turned gray before everything else. So. Banana says, I watch these streams and I watch Gathering the Magic's videos. I just can't keep things straight in my brain. It happens all the time. Yeah, well, that's what happens, right? Need to get some Gathering says, need to get some gold epics for my grain plots. I am deficient in grain. I think that's what we all say. If you're in the land game, I think we're I before. Let me go back here. Let me restate that. I was fine before we started with the aura farming. I had enough grain for everything, right? But once I changed over 2 plots of land to produce aura, I found that since I don't have any stone producing plots, I need to buy that stone on a weekly basis. That means I have to sell off some grain to buy the stone or trade it for it, right? And therefore, that's what's brought my food way down, my grain way down. So I just hope that when the salt takes effect and the other things that are in the white papers, I just it's so expensive to play land at this point. It's just that I like playing it. I just don't want to see those costs keep incrementally going up to where I'm like, hey, I can't play anymore, right? I've just got to sell everything off. So I just don't want to see that. So let's go ahead and do a harvest, and then we'll get back into chat. So this region, I have all rares, 3 grains, and 1 wood producing plot. They're not all fully staked out. I'm going to go to. I usually just harvest all, and then I sell off some to be able to buy stone in my other 2 territories or regions rather. I've got to open up my spreadsheet here. And then we'll jump back into chat. See what everybody's saying. Wibble says grain price has gone a bit silly. I have not checked them out, but we will be here in a minute when I sell off some grain. Let's see here. It's 49,000. Anybody else buying Frontier cards to level up your deck to make it a little bit easier to play? Or are you struggling through Bronze 3 still? The one thing I found out that I was interested in is that at the end of the season, you don't de-level in Frontier, which is a nice thing. If you're relatively new to the game and you play one of the other, like if you go to play Modern or Wild, you can expect that you do de-level by 2 levels at the end of the season. So you have to battle back through the previous levels to get to back to where you were, but you don't have to worry about that in Frontier. So that's one nice thing. But I'm surprised that probably would be a surprise to a new player that is going from Frontier to Modern, so to speak. So. Gathering says grain will continue to go up. Overall, there's a deficiency in grain production. Yeah, we've talked about that for quite a while. And that's why I thought I was in a good position until I started producing aura. So let's go to the trade hub. Okay, so I want to sell some grain off in Veritas for DEC. See, I've got 348,000. Let's sell off 100,000. And that'll make me 891 DEC. And then, actually, I shouldn't have traded out of that. Let's go and see what I've got in wood and sell that for DEC. Let's sell off 50,000 wood. That'll get me 1,244. Okay, not too bad, but I'll have to buy some stone in my other regions. Gathering says need to get some gold epics for my grain plots. I am deficient grain. I think I just said that. Wibble replied to that, said took most of my cards off of non-grain plots. Fun day. Um, you know what? I didn't really purposefully buy a bunch of like forests and stuff. It's just I found deals on them and I couldn't pass them up. It's like a sale when you walk by and see a sale going on. I couldn't pass it up. Okay, let's do a harvest all. And I am deficient on stone. Like I said, I'm going to need 5,300 stone. So let's go back. There's probably a more efficient way to do this. And let's buy stone in Tostrington. Let's do 6,000 just for a round number. It's going to cost me 510 DEC. Okay, now I should be able to do my claim. Wibble says that grain will continue to go up and oversupply of the other thing. I think that it's just going to be a constant battle where they're going to have to start or keep putting in different things as there's an oversupply of something or other. Then something else is going to have to go into the game to kind of bring that down. I think it's just going to be a constant battle. And of course, if you're new to the game, and I would advise you to, if you're interested in land, go look up the land white paper and check it out and read the details. Obviously, everything that's in the white paper can change a little bit, but they've been following the kind of the same. They've been following the idea of what they want to lay out in land. It's just been taking quite a while to get there. Paul Taylor's in the house. Howdy, Paul. Thanks for dropping by. Banana says we have to accept that anything that could be exploited will be. Yeah, I agree. As long as we allow people to be anonymous, it's a foregone conclusion. Yeah, I think that just applies to any game where especially you can make money in, right? Like this is a Web3 game you can make profit in. Other games, which are not necessarily Web3 that I also cover, Atlas Earth, they're also being exploited. So when you go into producing a game like this, you just have to know in the back of your head that part of your labor or part of your work hours are going to have to go towards continually balancing the game, as well as trying to reduce the amount of people that are able to exploit, right? It's just, and that's kind of, to me, that's what makes this type of game a much harder game to work on and produce and put out than just say a standard game, right? Even standard games, as long as there's been video games, there's been people cheating at video games. It's just now we have the extra variable there of people being able to earn money, which just increases the amount of exploits. Okay, let's go ahead and do a harvest all. Love the claim all button. Okay, 21,000. See, that's not much grain, but that does represent the extra quote unquote grain I have. So I'd rather be extra than in a deficit, right? 1,724 wood. 504 iron. My iron recently went up by adding a beta card to that land. And 3,100 aura. And I'm still stacking aura. Haven't used it I did make some potions, but I stopped whenever I Figured out I could start buying the potions cheaper than I can make them. Okay, back. Okay, back to chat. Gathering says spending my land resources on a wagon kit can make one a week and sell for $5 for cards. Yeah, I've made a few wagon kits. I had to I won one card in the last raffle, or the last airdrop rather, and I had to make a wagon kit for that. Okay, so this is what I've got in this region in Ravenwood. And you can see I've got one plot that I found a deal on that was just, it was a rare. I need to shift around some things here and go from like, I need to shift things off of this grain producing plot here to this one because this one is a common and this one's a rare. Oh, it's a bog. That's the one I bought the other day. Okay, let's just do, I think I need to buy, so yeah, I need to buy 2,000 stone here. And let's go to Ravenwood, 2,000. Nope, not 20,000. Okay, let's go back. Now I can do my claim all. And then we'll jump back into chat. 51,000. Grain. A little bit over, almost 10,000 wood. Deficit of stone as we talked, and I've got 628 iron. And 1,700 aura. Okay. Now that we're done with that, we can go back. And then I have to think about where to put those two cards if I can fit them in. Let's jump back into chat. Lady Sharon says, yeah, currently I tend to start my Twitch streams at 8 p.m. my time and later, which is like 10 Eastern time. Yeah, 10 Eastern time. That's when what's the reference to Cinderella? That's when my coach turns into a pumpkin. That's when I head off to bed. Gathering says, shooting for max silver with the rewards cards, but now I would like to get a set of max commons if I can before they rotate. Sharon goes on, says, reading back, I'm hoarding grain, trying to understand how the prices work if they are tied to DEC. I had thought at one time it was 1-to-1. That is just grain to one wood. No, that's not correct. Grain is just 1-to-1 on grain. Everything else, wood, stone, iron, are at different levels. And like I said, I would say read the land white paper because it has those numbers in it, and that's why. And the prices really fluctuate depending upon need. So the more there are people in your region that need more grain, and the more people are using grain in your region and buying it up, the price goes up. That's just how it works. It's just like a regular economy, right? Gathering says, is anyone hoarding glint for the next set of reward cards? Maybe next month they will be out. I'm betting they probably won't be out next month. I know you guys keep talking about that, but from what I've heard, I'm not even going to guess when it's going to be out. But no, I haven't been hoarding glint. The glint I have is just from just not going in and buying cards. I do want to max out this set of cards before the other one pulls out. So I am not purposefully hoarding Glenn. So let's see here. Let's go back. Actually, this, I'm trying to see if I can slip a common. These are all commons, so it's not going to benefit me there. This is aura, so I know I have better than commons. Now, listen, I turned off my Archmage bot before this show, and it just kicked in. Sometimes I don't know. Okay, well, let's look at this battle. This is what the Archmage bot picked out for me to play up front with the Drybone Barbarian, Void Maw. Did they change the name of this dragon? Let me know if I'm being crazy in the comments. Did they change the name of this dragon? I for sure that this was, there's a different name to this dragon. Let me know if I'm crazy in the comments. Backed up by Iziar, Chaos Dragon, and Adelaide. So let's watch this battle out, and we can go back to land while I check chat. Crypto Beaver says, hoping for campaign release of book 2 so I can get new cards to pick from when playing Frontier mode. Yeah, Frontier mode is kind of limited. But, I mean, that's kind of the idea for new people to the game, right? You have a limited set of cards where they can come in and start learning the game and learn the basics. One thing I think the game is fighting over time is that just like Magic the Gathering, it's increasingly becoming more and more and more complicated. And I think that's what you want to restrain Frontier from becoming, because then it overcomplicates the game for new players. I understand as an older player the need and the want to have more cards and everything, but I think the whole goal there is, while it's fun to play, the whole goal is to have people play it for a while and then say, oh, okay, so I want to go ahead and start playing Modern, right? And then they get into playing Modern. Looks like I'm going to get beat here. I got defeated in Diamond 2. Okay, well, that was kind of anticlimactic. I thought I was going to pull it off there for a minute, but... And Gathering the Magic says, sounds like that won't happen for a while, the new book 2 for campaign. I don't know. That seems to... it seems to me like you'd have somebody working on that. But I guess they are selling packs, but on Frontier mode, that is. But on the storyline, that's kind of like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they're making any profit off of it. So that would kind of be less important for the team to work on. Obviously, they want to work on stuff that's going to make the game better and make it nicer and more fun for us to play. But when you start looking at things from a perspective of what's most important, should we work on, they're going to work on stuff that's going to get them more profit up front, right? So I don't think that they profit off of that necessarily. Okay, what I wanted to do is go into production and go in here. Okay, we have river, forest. Let's see what's going on in this forest. Okay, this is fully staked out. I think I can pull one of these out and take that off. And then I want to go in with a Pellicor Conjurer, which I have right here. And that ups my my production power by a little bit. So save changes, confirm, and then I have to stake some more DEC. Okay. That increases my wood production rate from 38 to 47, which is a nice little increase. It's all gradual. I mean, there at the beginning of land, I went whole hog and went in on it, but since then, it's kind of been a gradual game. Replace things here, upgrade things here, take what I upgraded from there and put it somewhere else, that kind of thing, you know. So I have to go in and let's stake 9,000. Now, the downside of staking a maximum level card is the fact that you have to come out of pocket and it's going to cost you 10,000 DEC to get the most out of it, right? But I kind of had that in mind. I'd rather be I'd rather be doing something, the card, than just sitting there and not being used, right? Okay, let's jump back into chat. Once again, thanks everybody for dropping by. Oh, it's a little bit after 12. You know what that means? That means that we can give away a Arena Fanatic. So in the chat, put hashtag SPS to the moon and get your name in the drawing on a Fanatic. And I'm sorry if this does not go exactly right because I'm trying. I'm sorry, I'm going to continue to do that, but for some reason I cannot figure out right on the fly how to add my microphone to the win the wheel scene. So please just keep put hashtag SPS to the moon, and I'm going to do the drawing, and then we'll get back to the main chat. Sorry about that. It's just it's a me thing. I just don't know how to add the mic to the scene. Okay, I think I have everybody added. Once again, sorry about this. It's ironing out the wrinkles, so to speak. So I have Anira as the last entrant. If you one more minute, if you'd like to get into the drawing, hashtag SPS to the moon. And once again, we are giving away a arena fanatic, courtesy of the team sending them over. Okay, let's go ahead and do the spin. Okay, Power Daz just won an arena fanatic, and once again, sorry about the audio issues. I was a little bit hesitant using the new wheel. To Sharon's point, that is the wheel is actually a scene in EV Mux, and I need to add a mic to that scene, and I just can't figure out how to do it right on the go. Right, so Power Daz, is Power Daz your Splinterlands name, your Hive name? I can send that right over after I find it. Okay. Here you go. One arena fanatic. Congratulations. Okay. Let's come back here. Okay, and it is also time for me to go ahead and buy my weekly pack. So let's go ahead and get a pack to add to my collection. Let's get that alchemy pack going here. Man, somebody just drove by with a very loud exhaust system. Okay, let's go ahead. I have enough potions. I'm going to have to buy some midnight potions next week. Okay, let's go ahead. Cross your fingers for me. Here goes my weekly pack. Ah, 3 rares. Oh, baby, here you go. Much better than an average pack. We have a epic gold foil. We have 3 rares. So let's go ahead and look at the common here. Got a common Tidal Tsunamist. Our rares, Thragon, or Thragoon, however you want to say it, Shadow Fae Sheik, and a Canary Keeper. Now, the gold foil is a Hodlore. Nice. I use him a lot. Let's see here. Let's go back to my items and see what he's looking like. Let's clear here and go to Epic. Okay, here we go. There's a standard foils. Hey, I have enough to make a level 2 of him. But frankly, with this set, I've been playing the gold foils. So I have a level 2 of him, but not enough to make a level 3 yet. Wait a minute. Yeah, level 3 takes 2. Yeah, I can make a level 3 out of that. Let's do a level 3 gold foil hodler. I use him a lot. I like that reach. Oh, and he picks up Dispel. Removes magic buffs after a successful attack. That can't hurt, right? I don't think that's one of those things that people stack their deck for, but it's one of those things that falls under the category of can't hurt, right? So I really like it from the reach, but he also has magic as well as melee. So okay, let's jump back into chat and see what everybody's talking about. I know I'm behind in chat, but we've been doing a few things. Mystic Force is in the house. Welcome, Mystic Force. Thanks for dropping by. KGM Jam says, I have totally just been concentrating on grain production for right now. I think that's a good choice. It looks like grain's been going up somewhat. Banana says, I actually wish we did have to climb back up in Frontier. Well, I think that's probably one of those things they're keeping an eye on. And I wouldn't be surprised if that changed in the future. But I think they have to get several seasons under our belts and see where it goes. I mean, maybe there would be an in between there. Maybe only fall back by one level. I don't know. I know I just don't want to go back into Bronze 3. I made it to Bronze 1 this week. Haven't been playing a lot the last couple of days because I've got some side projects going on, but we can go ahead and get some of that action going. Gathering says gold frontier cards are very cheap. Easy way to get your comments to level 3. Yeah, I agree. Lady Sharon says, I just realized I never finished the town hall. I recall you mentioning salt before and just thought I misheard and you were talking about cinder. So is salt supposed to be a new product? Salt is not a new product. I would advise, once again, you probably get tired of hearing me saying this. All this is in the white paper, right? And all of this is subject to change as time goes along. But the salt system, it's one of those things I could do a 20-minute video on to talk about. But the salt system was designed to, in my eyes, put another cost into the game. Okay, so theoretically, the earth or the land within Pretoria has a high concentration of salt, right? And then everybody within a region is going to try and reduce the salt content of their region, right? And thereby there's some kind of cost associated with that. But in return for reducing the salt content in your region, then what you recover from that region from claims and such is higher. Okay, so there are some numbers and percentages associated with that, but obviously it's still a system in the works. But to me, it is what it comes down to me is that if what I get out of it is not more than what the extra I have to pay in, then that's just more of a cost, another cost that I'm absorbing as a land user or land player that I don't get back out of what I'm making out of the land. So obviously, that's just looking forward, and that's hoping on my end. I'm just hoping that there's just not another. It doesn't become a cost that I'm paying more into it than what I'm getting out of it. Basically, that's what I'm saying. But like I said, I encourage everybody, if you're putting money into land, to read the land white paper, to at least see what their initial idea was for land and read it through. And you can see that we're partially through. The land white paper starts out and they talk about where land started out with, and we're obviously several steps into the land. We aren't to their full idea of what land is going to be in the future, but we're getting there, right? And you can see where it's been, what their idea was, and where we are now. Lady Sharon says, I hope they don't require it for workers. Well, it's not for workers. This is the whole concept of land overall per region. It's getting people to work together that are in a region to reduce the salt content of the region so that you can make more. That's the idea, right? But to me, if it's not done right, it's just an extra tax. Gathering the Magic says, can we trade land resources between players? I haven't tried yet. If you tried, I have never traded somebody land resource or a resource. I think you can, obviously you can trade it between, well, let's try it out. Where would I go? This logically would be in the trade hub. I don't think that, let's go under items to be able to send like wood to somebody. They would have to be under other items, and they are not. They are only under the trade hub. As far as I know, if anybody knows other than that, we have them under the trade hub. and it says swap, and you can swap between things like self or DEC, but there's no option to, if we could trade this to somebody else, send it to somebody else, then then there would be an option here or somewhere to put in a person's name to send it to. But I could see where that would be abused, because that would be automatically used to work around um, the the taxes between sending grain or whatever to different regions, right? So that would be an automatic workaround. I can see why they probably wouldn't put it in there. Wibble says there's bound to be a fee. Well, I think if they allowed us to transfer, like me, the problem with that is they would have to put something in game to be able to do that, because like wood or grain, that's not an NFT. That can't be sent from me to you like a card is, right? Um, Obviously, they could make a way in game to transfer resources, but then it would get around the whole fee system that you're trading. Say, for instance, I wanted to swap from one area to another, right? That would get around that because I could say, hey, I'm sending you 100,000 grain. Just send it to my other plot in the region we're both in, and then they could use that as a workaround. Um, Gathering says land market watch tomorrow. Haven't been any legendary, magical, or occupied plots for sales in weeks. Yeah, I've been keeping my eye on land, and I haven't seen anything really tempting in the last week or two for me. I just look at commons and rares, and I'm only looking in my specific regions that I'm in. There's 3 in Ravenwood, but the cost is a little bit high for me at this point. Um, yeah, no rares. I looked at these this morning. I didn't see anything. Uh, yeah. So Land Market Watch is one of Gathering's shows he puts out, where he goes through and he looks at what land has been doing on the market over the last week or two, maybe. Crypto Beaver says new reward cards in October. I got that info in Discord. I had not heard that. I have a little piece of alpha here that I got from a very reputable source. And that piece of alpha is that the rewards model for ranked, both wild and modern, is being reworked. Okay. How rewards are being dished out. And from this same source, he reveals that it is very exciting what the new changes are going to be. A name now, he or she, whoever. Um, Crypto Beaver says, I need to rush to get all my reward legendaries maxed out. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to get back to. Let's buy a few. How much are legendaries? 35,000. I got a little bit over 1,000,000 glint. Let's buy 10 legendaries. Bam! Of course, use alchemy potions. Here we go. Cross your fingers for me. I had saw earlier somebody had asked about Atlas Earth. That's my Sunday stream. If you want to grain received, you have received a shipment of 902 grain into Ravenwood delivered from Baby Puppy. So you can ship to other people's land. So did you pay a tax on that? You would have had to pay a tax unless you were in the same region. Let's check out these cards. Got a Death Ranger. Got a Chieftain. Come on, am I going to see a gold foil? Chaos Battle Mage. I got a Battle Mage off of my chest the other day for going up in rank. Gallicus. Another Death Ranger. Endless Gibbon. Grifsey, Cyrenth, another Chieftain, and a Surly Drunk. So no gold foils, but let's go back here and go to Rebellion Rewards and Legendaries and see where we're standing here. I've already got my Surly Drunk maxed out. I've already got my Endless Gimmon maxed out. I've already got my... So I got cards that I already had maxed out. Already maxed out. Okay, so here's an extra Grifsey I can combine. And nice. That'll make my Grifsey maxed out. Okay, one more card off the list. Oh, hey, I needed those Death Rangers. Let's see here. That should be max level Death Ranger. I like to use Death Ranger. Lady Sharon says, I'm honestly just trying to get as much of this set as I can before they switch. Yeah, but you came in, you're in a much different situation. You are, you just came into the game not too long ago. So I wouldn't be stressed out about it. Get the cards that you like. I would concentrate on getting a few more of the cards that you like, and then go into the next set strong. Cyrenth, not going to max out this one. I've been working on this set ever since it went live. So it's been out for what, 2 years? Year and a half? And not going to max this one out either. Oh yeah, I'm going to max this one out. No, I'm not. So I need 11. Yeah, I need 4 more. That's not too bad. I maxed out 2 cards today, so I'm getting there. I think I might go ahead and put my extras for sale on the market and see if I can. Actually, these are soul bound. So how much does it take to go ahead and not burn? Let's release. So for a legendary, it would take 10,000 DEC. So what, about $9, $9? I don't know. Well, what is it to burn it? I'd get 2,500 if I burned it. 2,500 glint. That's all right. Okay, jump back into chat. Gathering says Baron's Toolbox is a great land site. I use it all the time. Is it still upkept and active? I mean, I haven't been to Baron's Toolbox since he said that he was going to stop working on it. I do see that he's been streaming another game lately, though. I know I'm way behind in chat. I'm just trying to make sure nobody gets left out. Okay, one more time since we're coming to the end of the show. Hashtag SPS to the moon in chat. Get your name in the drawing for a Arena Fanatic. And then we'll see what's going on in chat. And once again, I'll put everybody's name in, and then we will, let's go ahead. Have to, this week sometime, before the next live stream, I'll have to figure out on how to add a mic to my wheel. Hashtag SPS to the moon and get your name in for an Arena Fanatic. Stylin.net or Stylin.net says, what's Splinterlands all about? Splinterlands, you may be interested in if you like collectible card games. It's a Web3 game that's on its 7th year. It's been in action for 7 years. And it's a Web3 game. It's a card collectible. collectible, play games, earn money, or earn crypto, which can be converted into money. That's a better way to say it. Okay, let me jump over to the wheel and add people's names. Okay, took everybody's name down. To Style and Net's question, you can play on a laptop or you can play on a phone. They currently have the mobile app out for Android, not iOS. That seems to be like a major stumbling block, getting the iOS app out, because getting an app into the iOS store, it's a stumbling block for Atlas Earth, which I also cover as well, because they're in the same situation, you know. So let me take that back. It's a main situation here. Different topic. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But yeah, Splinterlands is a card game that you can use my referral code in the show notes of this. It's a link, and get up and running. You can play through the story mode, which is where it sends you first. It's kind of like a tutorial mode, and it's a story that you can work through. That's called campaign mode. Um, and then as you work your way through the campaign, you earn cards to start building your deck. And then after you get through all the different levels of the campaign, then you can go into frontier mode, which is one of the new modes of the game where you can start playing. And after you've been playing in frontier mode and kind of learn the game for a while, if you wanted to start playing full on, then you could purchase a spell book, which is only $10, and then you can get into playing modern as well. So, okay, let's go ahead and I've heard a lot of people say that they prefer to play in a web browser and not on the mobile app, but I don't have any personal experience because I'm on iOS. Okay, let's go ahead and do the drawing. Okay, congratulations, Style and Net. You won a Arena Fanatic. I can only send it to you though once you have a Splinterlands account. Okay. So whenever you get the Splinterlands account up and running, let me know. I am in Discord. I'm trying to get my link here. You can join my official Discord if you're in Discord. Let me trying to come up with a link. Okay, that's a link to my official Discord if you want to join it. Otherwise, you can just ping me directly. That is my tag in Discord. If anyone is interested, if anybody wants to ping me directly, you can as well. But once you get in and get your account started, let me know in Discord, and I'll send you that card over. Okay. Just trying to check out the last few comments and see who gets the final comment. I know I didn't hit everybody's comments. I can't hit hit everyone's. But welcome. Thanks for dropping by, Styling Net. It's always good to see new people in the house. And it's good to see Steve R in the house. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Steve has a YouTube channel as well. Covers a number of things. Splinterlands is one of them. Lady Sharon says, I need to figure out how to get to the white paper. When I've Googled, searched, I find things for 1.5 on Peak D, and it doesn't mention stuff like salt in the link to the papers. I'll get a link for you. I will post it in the links section of my Discord. What happens is they have the white paper, and then various people over the years have written articles on them on Peak D and kind of link to it. So Anne says, I've never played Splinterlands, but might in the future. How in the world do you find time for play, broadcast, work, and family? It's rough. It is rough. But I appreciate everybody dropping by. I appreciate people who especially click join and support the channel, because let me know in the comments what you think of this new setup. If you think that I've upgraded the live stream. Like I said, today was a little bit rocky, but hopefully from here on out, we will all iron out the wrinkles, so to speak. So this has been Bronze Dragon, and thanks for dropping by as always. I do appreciate your time. Always look forward to the weekend where I can drop by and chat with people on Saturday about Splinterlands and on Sunday on Atlas Earth. So I hope everyone has a great weekend. And here in the States, it is fall, so it is my favorite season. So get out there and do some enjoying that fall weather. And I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy. And hey, I'll see you in Splinterlands.